Hi everyone, I'm just going to make a quick video on basically the rifle I used to do the 1175 yard shot there the other day. Basically it's a bone stock 770 Remington 300 Win Mag chambering. Only thing I did do to it is I free floated the barrel and I also bedded it with JB weld, so it's not really the best stuff to do it with either. Threw on a Caldwell bipod there, swivel one, 6 to 9. Now seems to work pretty good for $60 Canadian basically. Cantrol muzzle brake, it's a clamp on unit, works pretty good too. Let's go into that. But yeah, I don't know, takes recoil down to like basically the feeling of my 243. My 243 is pretty heavy too. Then I painted the stock using the old Tetris method kind of thing. Tetris blocks and had a masking tape. Trigger on the gun's bone stock. The rail is the one that came with the gun. The scope is a Hawk Eclipse 30 side focus. It was I think $280. Pretty basic scope. It's not in quarter a minute. It goes in increments of 10, I guess. You can see there, increments of 10. So in your ballistics program, you just basically go to the clicks, how many clicks, and count from there. Each revolution is 60 clicks. That long shot was 140, so it's two full turns and then 20. It's pretty easy to do. Same deal for windage adjustment. Another thing I forgot to mention was that the sling swivel or sling mount in the front of the stock is plastic and built out of the stock, so that broke off in another video I did. So I took one out of my SPF varmint and basically drilled a hole, put JB weld in the hole from the inside, filled that part of the stock up, then drilled it out, tapped it for the sling swivel stud, threw that in. It's been fine ever since. And that's the bipod there. Yeah, so Caldwell. And that one locks to different position heights that lock. And it's spring loaded to get them out. So that works pretty good too. And it is the swivel one. And you can adjust the tension on it with that. That's that. Magazine. These are my hand loads. It's basically, these are the ones I use when I'm going really long range. They're on the lands. Only problem is you have to single feed them because they don't fit in the magazine. So that could be a problem right there. But today I tried magazine length so I could fit all three, and I did a video today too, so you'll be able to see that, but easily fit in there. So that helps a lot. I have to single feed them all the time. And these hand loads here, they are 208 grain boat tail hollow point match from Hornady, federal brass, and I think they're loaded to 3.57 inches overall length. And I'm using a federal match primers, 210s, no Magnum primers or nothing like that. And I just basically, I don't know if you'd be able to see that, but it's not fully sized, only neck size. About 3/4 of the neck there, you can see it. That's those. Those Crony, basically 2800 feet per second, maybe get the odd one going up to 28.20. That's about the biggest spread I've seen so far. And then, yeah, that's my hand loads. Basically always using 208 grain now. I used to use 178s and 220s for hunting, but that's a different story altogether. Yeah, today I went out and I fired a couple groups, well 3 groups on 3 different targets at 100 yards. And then I did one with my standard load, the 3.57 inch overall length load. And that grouped right there. So we're a little bit to the left. I don't think I changed my windage back. That group, let's see what it measured here. So we're zeroed out. That's 1.33 inches. That was the first, that was cold bore and the first in the next 2 shots. And then when I tried the magazine length bullets, we're still off to the left a little bit on my target. But this one, widest part of the group, under a minute of angle, so 0.083. You can see that battery's kind of dying. But yeah, so it's pretty good for a $300 gun, $100 muzzle brake, $300 scope, and some home job gunsmithing basically. No trigger work done at all. And that group 2 is also shot without a rear bag, so just resting on my hand basically. So it's not going to be as good. You could probably tighten it up a lot more if I had my rear bag with me, but I forgot it today. And the third, it's right there. Basically the same deal. Opened up a bit more. Could have been because the barrel was getting pretty hot. It's basically almost smoking after that, but see what that one measured out to be. So that's approximately 1.32 again, so yeah, not too bad for probably a complete gun package. I was able to shoot at 1175 no problem with hand loads and that, and dirt cheap scope. I got this cheap eBay, like probably an airsoft gun cheek pad, so I can get a more consistent cheek weld on my gun, and I can carry my tools in the field too if I need them. Basically like anything, adjust stuff on the gun already. Comes off real easy. And then I just glued in some neoprene underneath to give me the right height for this gun. Oh, right now there's nothing really in there, a couple Allen keys, that's about it. That's that little pack. Works good. That's the Eclipse scope, 4-16. I usually shoot on 10. I think it's mill correct at 10. Yeah, that's right. So it's got the side focus. That works alright too. I did screw one of these scopes up and I had to send it in for warranty, but other than that, it's been good to me. It's pretty clear glass for the price, definitely. And it's illuminated reticle too. I haven't really had any use for that, but it's there if you ever need it. And I have a bubble level on top too, just to keep them consistent as well for cant. To remove the bolt, little latch, bolt slides out easily. But basically for cheap, dirt cheap gun, muzzle brake is kind of ridiculously big, but for what it does, it's definitely worth it. A lot of Allen keys. I see the free floating a bit there. The other problem I did have is with the action screws. This one here, if you tighten it down too much, the plastic stock just kind of gives a little bit, and then you'll start jamming your bolt. So you have to, well, I ended up wrecking the stock a bit. I had to file the bolt down a little bit to make clearance for the bolt to be able to turn out. That's basically the rifle I use for that kind of shooting. Not too worried about it. Like I said, $300 with tax for the rifle at sale in Canada here, where I live. And I think the scope was $289, if I do believe. I'm pretty sure I got that on sale too for about 15% off or so. Pocket clips, yeah, $289.99 from Gagnon Sports in Oshawa, Ontario. So it's the Eclipse 30 side focus. 4 to 16 by 50 side focus mil dot illuminated reticle. And it is only the dot that lights up too, it's not the whole reticle, just the center dot. That's about it.